You're about to hear a story the government has denied for decades, a story whispered only in the deepest shadows of classified hangars. This isn't Roswell, this isn't a rumor, this is a first-hand account of a crash site where something was still alive. An alien fighting for breath inside a craft that seemed to be alive too. What you're about to hear is part confession, part warning, and part impossible truth. Once you know this, you'll never look at the sky or your electric bill the same way again. Today we dive into the night smelled of scorched soil and ozone. No alarms, no sirens, just a coded call that ripped me from my bunk at Holloman Air Force Base. Crash retrieval, they said. 3-man team. Bring the med kits, bring the scanners. No further details. In this business, details mean danger. We were wheels up in 12 minutes. The hopper had no insignia, no transponder, just matte black skin that swallowed the stars. It's always like this. No time to think, no time to breathe. Just orders, whispered like curses. The arrival. We touched down in a clearing ringed by unmarked SUVs and silent men with M4s. They had already sealed the perimeter with portable floodlights, though half of them flickered like dying candles. An electromagnetic bleed, I knew. The air trembled, not from engines, from something deeper. 100 yards ahead, the ground was split open like a wound, and sitting in that wound wasn't a plane or a satellite or anything we should have recognized. It looked like a giant child's toy, a stack of glowing qubits, 50 feet long, maybe 30 wide, its orange light pulsing under a crust of meteorite-like metal. No smoke, no fire, just that low, living hum you feel in your bones before you hear it. And then we saw the bodies. 2 sprawled beside the craft, skin a soft, muted blue like veins under ice, limbs long, tall, maybe 6 or 7 feet, even crumpled. One of them moved. The protocol. People think crash retrieval is about grabbing alien tech like scavenger hunters. They're wrong. The first rule is triage, not for the craft, for the beings, for us, for the planet. A craft like this might be wired to its pilot's heartbeat. Touch the wrong panel, you kill the ET, or yourself. Move the ET too far, the craft shuts down or explodes. Our scanners swept for radiation, pathogens, EM bursts. Nothing lethal, but something strange. A frequency spike, like a heartbeat under the soil. We approached anyway. The living one was upright on his elbows, eyes, if they were eyes, tracking us with a wounded animal's clarity. Its mouth opened, but no sound came out. Instead, a pressure bloomed behind my forehead. Images, not words. Pain, fear, a plea. This wasn't a monster. This was someone. The forbidden tech. The Lego craft wasn't just sitting there. It was trying to heal itself. Segments reformed, fusing with an audible click, orange glow dimming and flaring like lungs. One of my teammates reached for a fallen cube. My hand shot out. "Don't!" I hissed. "Consciousness-linked tech." We'd been briefed. These devices weren't machines. They were biomechanical, part of the pilot, infused with thought.
Disconnect the wrong piece. You could rip its mind apart, or yours. But that wasn't the real reason they shot these craft down. The real reason was energy. 0 point. Free, infinite, clean. Proof that gas, coal, and oil were a scam. Proof that the future was already here. wrapped in orange-lit cubits bleeding into our soil. If the public ever saw this, the global economy would detonate overnight. So the orders are clear. Retrieve, conceal, erase. At any cost, even if something is still alive. The living alien. We knelt beside it. Its skin was cool, not cold. Beneath the collarbone, a faint pulse fluttered like a bird trapped under ice. My medic instinct screamed, airway, breathing, circulation. But where was its airway? One teammate tried resuscitation through what looked like a mouth. No response. Its head lolled back, the hum from the craft spiking. Then I noticed a small pulsing notch near its sternum, an orifice gently opening and closing like a fish's gill. Instinct took over. I applied oxygen there. It shuddered. Its eyes dilated. A ripple passed through the craft like a sigh. For a second, I swear I felt gratitude. Warm, wordless, inside my skull. Then the floodlights blew out. The cover-up. Total darkness, except for the orange glow of the cubits and the stars overhead. In that glow, I saw movement. Not soldiers, not my team. The craft. It was shifting, seams sealing, panels smoothing, healing itself, and maybe healing its pilot. Then a coded burst hit my earpiece. VTOL, inbound, 10 mics, evac craft and subject. We'd been on site less than 15 minutes, and already the kill order was coming down. I realized then, we weren't here to save anyone. We were here to make sure no one ever knew. The weapons they don't admit. People think these crashes are random, malfunctions, pilots making mistakes. That's the cover story. What really brings them down are scalar beam weapons, infotometry they call it. Frequencies that rip through time and space like invisible bullets. 6 known units on Earth, maybe more. One can level a city or vaporize a single person underground. They don't just shoot craft, they send messages. A hurricane here, a tsunami there. Comply, or we erase you. We learned the tech from them, reversed it, weaponized it. And tonight we'd used it. The bigger secret. But that's not the part that keeps me awake. What keeps me awake is what happens next. They take the craft, they take the beings, they put them in bubble tents, sterilize, catalog, hide. Sometimes they vaporize the whole site, craft, crew, soil, if contamination risk spikes. But contamination isn't just biological, it's moral. Every time we do this, we teach the sky we're predators, and the sky learns. That's why the visits slowed down after the 1960s. We've turned Earth into a no-fly zone. Only the brave or the desperate still come. And this one, bleeding blue under our floodlights, was desperate. The extraction. The VTOL dropped in like a hawk, rotor wash whipping dust into spirals. Black-suited operatives poured out. No insignia, no names, just masks.
We tried to explain. The beings linked to the craft. Separate them, you kill it. They didn't care. Orders are orders. They lifted the being. Its skin went white, almost translucent. The hum spiked into a shriek. The cubits glowed blinding orange, then went dark. A smell like burnt metal hit the air. When my vision cleared, the alien was limp. The craft was dead. We'd killed them both. And in the silence after, I swear the ground itself trembled. The database. People ask, if this is real, where's the proof? The proof exists.
in locked databases spanning continents, in 3D printed replicas of buried ships used for training breaches, in Antarctic vaults where Mayan artifacts are planted as decoys to mislead future archaeologists. It's all logged. Every crash, every body, every weapon test disguised as natural disaster. Somebody, somewhere, will hack it, leak it, end the charade. But not tonight. Tonight the sky stays silent. The ancient ones. Most think retrieval started with Roswell. That's another lie. Ground-penetrating radar finds craft older than our oldest pyramids. Some fused into granite, some as big as the Titanic. They scanned them, print them, rehearse their entry for years before breaching, because one wrong move, and you wake something older than our species. Antarctica is littered with them. Frozen cities, submerged domes, fleets of craft entombed in ice. They're already seeding disinformation down there, scattering fake artifacts to scramble any future leaks. But one day, the ice will melt, and what's buried won't stay buried. The cost. People imagine these beings as invaders. But what if they're refugees, messengers, healers? Their tech could clean Fukushima in 20 seconds, heal ecosystems, and energy poverty. Instead, we shoot them down. We steal their miracles. We lock their dying in underground labs, then vaporize the evidence. Every time I close my eyes, I see that blue skin going white, that craft's hum fading to nothing. And I wonder if we're the monsters in someone else's horror story. The confession. I wasn't supposed to talk. We sign NDAs with penalties that don't end at prison. But I can't carry this anymore. The public deserves to know that hundreds of crashes have been retrieved, that we have the tech to heal our planet but hoard it for control, that our government and others kill not out of defense, but greed. The sky is full of ghosts we've shot down, and one night, one of those ghosts will shoot back. That night, after we'd loaded the craft and the body onto the VTOL, the soldier handed me a sealed case. For analysis, he said. Inside was a single qubit, still glowing faintly, though we'd all seen the craft die. When I touched it, an image seared my mind. A star map. Not ours. Coordinates. A warning and a wordless pulse like a heartbeat echoing from somewhere far beyond Earth. I dropped the cube. It rolled once, pulsed brighter, then went dark. The soldier took it without a word and walked away. Weeks later, everyone from my team had been reassigned. No records, no traces, except me. And last night, for the first time since that crash, I woke to that same hum in my bones, the sound of something alive, something approaching. This time, I don't think it's coming to crash. I think it's coming to collect.